Did you know there are tons of ways to make money in the gaming industry? You can sell a great game, sure, but some folks have gone down the dark path of scamming players out of their hard-earned cash. That's right, gaming scams are real, and today we're diving into 5 of the most infamous ones. Get ready for stories of broken promises and shady practices and pure chaos. Let's jump right in. Okay, this video is purely for entertainment, compiling public information about these notorious projects. We're not here to attack anyone, just sharing wild tales from gaming history. Let's kick things off with a game called Raw. It was marketed as the ultimate open world life simulator, promising an all-in-one experience with city building, criminal empires, political systems, and intricate RPG elements. This pitch was compelling enough to attract 3,983 backers on Kickstarter, raising over $200,000. However, major red flags appeared when it was revealed the development team consisted of only 2 people with no prior experience in game development of this magnitude. Their claims of delivering AAA level mechanics and visuals on a shoestring budget were highly unrealistic. Gameplay footage released during the campaign showcased simplistic and unpolished assets, far from the grand vision initially presented. Skepticism grew as deadlines were missed, and updates became sporadic. The project eventually collapsed, and it became clear that Raw was a pipe dream from the start. It's now a case study in why you should be wary of overly ambitious crowdfunding campaigns. Next, we have Wage Strike, a game that didn't just borrow inspiration, it outright copied. The game was blatant rebrand of Red Ellipse, a free and open source FPS. All the devs did was slap a new logo on it and list it for sale, hoping no one would notice.
Nice.
Here is when it gets even crazier. Wage Strike still ran on Red Ellipse's original servers. The devs of Red Ellipse caught wind and added scam warning that popped up whenever someone tried to play. They even explained that selling the game wasn't illegal since Red Ellipse allowed reselling as long as contributors were credited. But the scammers didn't bother with that small detail. Talk about an open and shut scam, this was lazy and up, leaving buyers fuming and earning Wage Strike a place in gaming's Hall of Shame. Zombie survival games were all the rage when Warzone launched. It seemed poised to ride the wave of day's success. But what players got was an unpolished mess riddled with bugs, pay-to-win mechanics, and misleading advertisement. The developers falsely advertised features like multiple maps and variety of game modes that didn't exist. The backlash was swift, with players demanding refunds. Instead of addressing the issues, the devs went on the offensive, banning accounts and removing negative feedback. Steam eventually pulled Warzone from its store, but not before thousands of players were left feeling ripped off. The developer rebranded the game multiple times, but damage was done. It remains one of the most infamous failures in the zombie genre. Studio Fantastic, the studio behind The Day Before, was once most wishlisted game on Steam, promising an ambitious mix of Division's multiplayer with survival horror akin to Last of Us. However, skepticism aroused when trailers seemed too polished, borrowing elements from popular titles like Red Dead Redemption and GTA V. The project faced repeated delays, a lawsuit over its name, and accusation of plagiarized assets.
Stop it. Get some help.
When gameplay finally debuted, it showcased drastically inferior visuals compared to earlier trailers. Furthermore, Fantastic's history of alleged unpaid labor and questionable development practices cast doubt on their intentions. Despite their attempt to salvage the game's reputation, the day before stands as a glaring cautionary tale for gamers and backers alike. But wait, there is more.
No! God, please, no! No!
After the disastrous launch, developer Fantastics announced a rebrand as Fantastic 2.0. Their new project, Escape Factory, promised transparency and professionalism. However, their Kickstarter campaign was cancelled on October 23rd after failing to gain traction, raising only over 2,000 of almost 15,000 gold. While it's uncertain what the developer might attempt next, doubt remains about whether they'll ever succeed in rebuilding trust or delivering on their promises. This might very well be the end for them, as they hinted at shutting down if the campaign failed. Only time will tell if Fantastic can overcome their troubled history. Finally, we have Abandoned, a game that fooled the entire gaming community. Developed by Blue Box Game Studio, Abandoned was marketed as a PS5 exclusive, with potential ties to Silent Hill. The devs leaned heavily into the hype, even teasing connections to Hideo Kojima. But as time passed, it became clear that something was off. The promised gameplay reveal turned out to be a simple logo, and the demo never materialized. Fans began digging into Blue Box's history and found a pattern of unfinished and cancelled projects. To this day, there is no playable version of Abandoned. Blue Box insists they're still working on it, but skepticism remains high. It's a masterclass in overpromising and under-delivering, with many players feeling duped by the hype machine.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
Have you ever fallen for a gaming scam? Let me know in the comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next time, stay safe from the scammers.